Hi, I'm Fluffy Fro and welcome back to another video. In this video, I am going to start my next project, which is gonna hopefully be a two-piece set. Don't know if I have enough yarn for it, but we'll see. So first, I'm gonna start off with a little yarn haul. Got some yarn from Chloe's. It's a small yarn shop in Brooklyn, and I decided, you know what? I want some of that thing they call mohair. So I got 3 bundles. I got in this brand. It's so soft, and like also I'm like, maybe it looks like, well, it does, well, the tag's covering it up. Each ball costs like $24.75, and I was like, dang. So I got 3 colors. I got that purple. Do they have names? I don't think so. And even if they do have names, it doesn't say on the bottom at least. They both say the same thing except for one is 6 and one is 7. Don't know what that means. Oh, they do have names. So this is Lilac, sorry. And then this is Like a Virgin. And this one, Pretty in Pink. Now to be honest, I only went there for pink and white. But my favorite color is purple, so I was like, gotta get some purple too. So I ended up, they're only 65 yards each, so I was like, okay, I'll get 2 of each. But I still don't think that's enough for the cardigan that I want to use. But we'll make do. We'll just save it for maybe the front panels and see how far we could get with that. And then I got this book as well. Well, it's a calendar. It's supposed to be a knitting stitch for every day of the year. It is what, January 25th? So quite a few days in, but hey, it is what it is. So I do definitely plan to use the pink and the white to make the cardigan, and then we'll see, because the only reason I said I don't have enough yarn is I don't have enough mohair, I think, to make both a top and bottom. Because I'm like, usually with yarn, like making this hexagon cardigan, it took me 4 skeins of yarn that has 480 yards in it. So I'm like, but the one cardigan I want to make is cropped, so I'm like, definitely won't need as much yarn. So I'm like, we'll see. But then I have this basket filled with the yarn for the project. So I did end up buying purple acrylic. I love this yarn. This is also in the color Lilac, I believe. Nope, Orchid. This color name is Orchid for this one. So I did buy some 4 balls of this. I got 4 balls of the pink, which is soft pink, and then I bought 3 white because I already had 1. So I was like, I'll have options. So gonna start with these and see. Gonna pair them with the mohair because I wanted that fluffy look, but I also wanted it to be thick. I'm not just gonna make a cardigan with just mohair. So I was like, wherever the mohair ends is where the mohair ends, because I have all this yarn. I'm gonna finish the project, and I would love to finish it before school starts, but today's Saturday, school starts on Monday. Not gonna happen. But since I'm doing pink and white, I'm like, oh, maybe I can finish it before Valentine's Day. So I was like, I think I could do that. But first, I do have to finish my last project. Technically, I did finish because I was like, I'm gonna make a 2-piece, and I did make the 2-piece. I made the pants and the cardigan. But I'm right now working on making just a little small tube top with the rest of the yarn that was left. So to make it technically a 3-piece, but technically that is done. But when I'm actually completely finished making the tube top, then I will actually get started with this project. I know the design that I want to do, it's kind of like a clueless look, so it's gonna be kind of like striped, checkered. I think it'd be more striped than checkered look with these two colors. And where the purple falls, I don't know, maybe that will just be another project later down the line. But in this basket, I also have this yarn because I obviously love making hexagon cardigans out of this brand. Like the blossom cakes, the yarn just feels so soft and so nice. And I'm like, I love that it has some cotton in it. And this color is right here. So, and it's just so pretty and vibrant. I'm like, I couldn't pass up on it because they don't sell it in my local Michaels. I had to actually go to a very far away Michaels to get the last two skeins of well, to finish this cardigan. I had to get 2 more skeins of the purple one. And then I was there and I saw this one and I was like, oh my gosh, they also don't stock this in my local Michaels, which I think is weird that they don't stock certain colors. Cause like I had the other 3-piece set that I made, that one they sell my local Michaels, and it's the same blossom cake, but they don't stock this color or the purple one. Well, the purple one was out of stock, so they do stock it, but it was out of stock. But they don't stock this one at all at that location. So I'm like, okay. I saw 3 of them, so I was like, I'll grab them. Because of how much it took 4 skeins to make that, and I have 3, so I was like, okay. Can't make another hexagon cardigan, and also shouldn't make another hexagon cardigan because 2 is enough. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet, but it was bought on the same trip as all of these, so I'm like, might as well. And then I also bought these elastics. I think I'm gonna use this one to put in the waist of the pants that I just made, just so that they fit even more close. And then these, they say they're stitch markers, which is cool and all, but I don't think I'd ever use these to mark my stitches. The reason I bought them, especially because they have these versions on the back. Oh! Hold on. Yeah. I mean, because they look like this, I was like, oh, these would make perfect little keychains. So, like the one that's on my phone, I could just like add it to the end in this little loop right here. And that would be really cute. So that's the reason I bought it, because I think they make fun keychains. Okay, time to get started. It's a quick little short clip of me buying the mohair in the store. I saw Nor yarn, was not impressed with the texture. Not gonna lie, but the mohair was soft, so I got it. So I started my project. It's Sunday, and I decided, even though I donated platelets, I was like, you know what, I still can crochet today, so I started it. And I'm using the pink and the soft pink and the white. It's coming together nicely. However, after all that effort and money I spent on the mohair, it was just too thick when I combined it with the acrylic yarn, which I did not expect because of course I've never used mohair before, so I didn't realize it was the hair made it a bit thicker. It looked thin to me. The strand, the individual strand looked thin, but like I didn't factor in the hair part of it, like makes up for the thickness. So I winded up, I caked the pink and the white, and then I did this like 3 times before I just gave up on using the mohair because it was too thick. I didn't like how it looked. It looked not how I wanted. I just wanted this to have like a fur-like look, and it's like, it would be nice to do this with just the 2 mohairs. Now that I know the thickness, the issue is how much mohair I have. I only have 2 of each skein, and they're only 65 yards each. And like, that's not gonna be enough. It might be enough to make like a back panel and maybe the front panel, because it's supposed to be kind of cropped versus a long cardigan, but I don't like that, so I decided instead I'm gonna just work with the acrylic and maybe make something else with the mohair because I can't return it, obviously. And it's still pretty. I saw like this bowl that was really nice and I was thinking, well, for the purple one, because remember I have purple mohair as well. For the purple one, maybe I could make a nice bow, and then with the pink and the white, I could do something, or I could do something with the purple and the white. I don't know yet, but that's for much, that's like way down the line. Now I'm like, this will be a very cute Valentine's Day outfit because look at it, it's pink and white. Can't go wrong with pink and white, so that's what I'm working on today. I was able to get the whole back panel done, and also the one of the front panels, and this is how much yarn is left from the first two skeins. So I'm about to start the next front panel with these, and then we're gonna move on to our second skeins. So I'm like, okay, if I was able to make that much, I'm thinking the way that I'm gonna make the sleeves, instead of making them in the round, I'm gonna make them the rectangle and just connect it, because I want of how I want the stitches to go. I don't think I could make it in the round so that it looks like it's going in the same direction as the front panel. So this is what I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, since this took almost maybe, I think it was about a quarter of two skeins, I'm thinking each sleeve might be able to only need a skein to do. So I'm thinking I can definitely get the front panel and one sleeve done with these, and then hopefully I could get a little bit of the second sleeve started, and then I'll still have two skeins of each color. So I'm hoping that will be enough to make a decent sized skirt, but we'll see. And also, I'm also thinking, I still don't know what to do with this mohair. I figured, since I also bought purple, like acrylic yarn as well, for the purple mohair and the purple acrylic yarn, I think I'm gonna make a sweater that's like striped with the mohair in it. So I'm like, okay, I figured out what to do with the purple mohair, but what do I do with these? So I'm thinking I can either, I'll see how it looks if I try to add it as like a border or something to this cardigan, and then, or how it would look inside the skirt. But if not, then I'll have to put it aside, because in order to make anything that I'd wear, it would need more yarn. Like, that's not even, I don't think 2 skeins, or I guess it would be technically the 4 skeins that I have, the 2 of each of these colors, would even make 1 panel of a cardigan, is how I feel. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna start this next panel, and then after that, we'll see how it goes. I do have an album that's supposed to come in the mail today, and I'm like, it says anywhere between, and also, I don't know what happened to this yarn, but I've been finding it like little cardboard, like stuck together. So that's like, the only thing I think is weird is that it doesn't look like it's coming from the wrapper. So I'm like, where the heck did that paper get stuck on it, you know, in the process? Yeah, I have no idea. So waiting on my package, it said it was supposed to come between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. So hopefully it will come sometime soon. Only thing I hate is counting. Gotta count these chains. I need to make 40 in order to... So for the back panel, I did 80 chains. And then for each front panel, I do 40 because half and half. So that's how I've made all the other cardigans I've ever made, is that same 80 chain 80 from panels 40, like, except for the hexagon ones, because obviously you're making them in the 2 sleeves or 2 sides. So yeah, but I'm about to do this and count, and maybe I'll record a little bit of me making it, because this panel worked up, I want to say quickly, but I think it took about 2 hours to do this. So we'll see. And I'm like, I also, because I really don't like cutting my yarn, I'm just like, I left this. I was like, how do I get the pink from over here to here? Just pulled it along. I was like, this is gonna have a border, so it'll just be crocheted under something. So we'll see. Still haven't decided what kind of border. I don't know if I want to do like a single crochet border going around like a thicker one, or if I want to do ribbing, like, oop, my bad, ribbing like this, because I really like, just the ribbing really just makes things feel like it's a cardigan, you know? It just adds that pizzazz, that extra thing. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm making really good progress. Well, I don't know how long it took, but I did get the second front panel completed. So now we have 3 panels, and I'm going to connect them and see if I'm gonna connect them and figure out how I want to do the sleeves, because originally I was saying I wanted to do the sleeve as a panel, but I'm like, do I want it to be a panel that's already joined to it, or do I just want to make it like another panel? And then after doing the second front panel, this is how much yarn I have left. So I'm like, okay, we got pretty good amount, so I definitely will get a sleeve out of this. Just hoping maybe I could get like a sleeve and a half, which would be great. I don't think my arms will be too long, but yeah, I'm gonna attach these together and then see how I really want the sleeves. Like, do I want the sleeves? Because like, the idea is I would want the sleeves to also have this pattern going this way down it, as it's a long way, so when you stretch your arm out. But I'm like, how would that look next to you? I'm gonna figure that out. I need to do a quick progress check on my cardigan. I did the sleeve. I decided to do it separately, a rectangle panel, and then just attach it. And I like the way I did it, because if you look, it goes straight across. The only thing is when you put it down, these are going this way versus these going that way, but it's whatever. When you hold it out, they're all lined up perfectly, and I'm just like, I love that. And also the sleeve is a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be, so I'm like, do I even bother to, like, how big should the cuff really be? I'm like, maybe like an inch, I guess. Gotta do the next sleeve. That's the update for today. I did this last night and I finished it tonight. It's like 3 a.m. so I'm gonna go to sleep, and then tomorrow we'll see if we'll be able to do the whole panel. Oh, and I also seamed it up on the outside, which I don't usually do, but it's because of the way the pattern, the stitches. I was like, oh, it would be nice to just close it up on this side, so like if I did it on the inside, this pink row wouldn't have anything going across it. I mean, the white row is where I started. This white row actually. So I started on white, ended on white, but in terms of stripes, started on white stripe, ended on a pink stripe. So it's interesting, but it's at the bottom, so I was like, it doesn't matter if anyone even sees it, it's my business. And I'm like, the collar also, like the collar, just definitely make it at least like 2-3 inches is what I'm thinking will give it the right look. And then I'm like, I was also gonna do it down the middle, but I'm like, it already comes. I'm like, I don't know, we'll see how it looks in the end. We'll see how it looks in the end, and if I need to make any changes, I'll make the changes. Well, not really, because as long as it fits, that's what matters. And it fits. Just gotta add the other sleeve and do the cuffs, the border, and I'm done. And I can move on to the bottom. And this is how much white yarn I have left, how much pink yarn I have left. I don't think it'll be enough to do the next sleeve. Also, my pink yarn is still attached to the end, so I'm like, I might as well just do the cuff with the pink yarn and then cut it off instead of cutting it off, doing the other arm and then coming back, reattaching, and then doing it. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. And because I'm doing that, I'm like, I guess there is gonna be a pink border, or do I do the sleeve cuffs pink and this border white? I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out when it's done. Either way, it's gonna match. It's the same color. So. Or do I use some mohair? I did test it out yesterday when I was making the sleeve. I was like, you know what I should have done with the front panels with the mohair, if I still wanted to use the mohair, but it never like crossed my mind while I was doing the front panels. I could have done, so like, you see how the rows are striped, where the pink, there's white on top of pink and pink on top of white. I could have done those rows with the mohair color of the corresponding color. So it's like, I could have done this row that's the white with the white mohair, and then this row that's the pink with the pink mohair, and gone that way. And then in between, like the actual striped rows with the acrylic yarn, and like the front, because the front panels are so like kind of they're smaller than the back, I think it would have been able to do both the front panels like really, it would have been able to do it with the amount of yarn I have. So like, I wish I had thought of that, but like I was doing the sleeve and I was like, damn, I'm not gonna undo it. It's a lot of work. I already attached it, but like I already attached the back panel and the front panels before I even started the sleeve, because I was gonna do it in the round. I decided not to do it in the round because it was coming out too like balloony, and yeah, all I had to do was just adjust the number of stitches and originally. But again, I don't like to do math. I don't really like counting, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with the original idea and do a panel, sew the panel up, and we'll be good to go. I'm like, it's clothes for me, and that's what matters, is if I like it, if I'm gonna wear it, and I like it, and I'm gonna wear it. So tomorrow I'll move on to the next panel. A lot of progress has been made. I washed my hair, be back to its nice curly state, and I have added the second sleeve, which is technically this one. So all I gotta do tomorrow is add the trim around the collar and the bottom. We'll be good to go. I think once I add the trim, this will fit on my shoulder more comfortably and not feel like it's gonna fall off. But yeah, I ended up cuffing the sleeves. Did I count the stitches? No. So are there maybe more stitches on this one than this one? Probably, since the hole in this one seems bigger than this one. Well, all I did was add some single crochets around it, because I'm going, it's heavily inspired, and I'll show the inspiration when I'm done with the top. And this is how much yarn I have left from starting the sleeve. I have another skein of each color, so I have another full skein of pink and another full skein of white. So after I do the cuffing, I think I'll have enough for bottoms. How long they'll be will be the real question, but I got both sleeves done, which almost makes me feel like it's done because when you have the sleeves done, it's like I can wear it. But I definitely gotta add the cuffing around here. Also, if I didn't, this on both sides would look odd. The unfinished ends, also I don't cut my yarn when I'm changing color, so I always have these on the edges. Need a single crochet over that for sure. And then also the bottom, you can see it curls up. I'm gonna steam it when I'm done, but I'm wondering if I do add like a single crochet around the end, would that pull it down so it would stop curling up? I would like to see if that happens, but well, that's tomorrow. Okay, I'm mostly finishing my cardigan. The only thing I would do is add buttons to it, but the one thing is the fit is just a little bit off and I don't like it, but I also am not gonna put in the work needed to fix it because the fit is off up here. I feel like it should be closer inward, more on the shoulder, and it doesn't feel like it's on the shoulder that much, which is super annoying. Like, let's see that, just this part. So if I pull it together and if I were to wear it buttoned up, this whole area is just like exposed, but like not in a way that makes sense to me. And I'm like, if I knew how to read patterns, this wouldn't be a problem because I would have just bought the pattern and been able to do it. But I don't know how to read patterns and I don't want to spend the money on something and then not be able to do it the way I want to. So it's basically done. Done all the borders, you got the sleeves. I will wear it when I plan to wear it. I'm gonna start the bottoms. Hopefully it will be, I don't know. I'm still wondering if I should try and put beautiful mohair in there or what to do with the mohair, what to make with it really. But of course I didn't use that much pink since I completed the sleeves, but this is how much white is left of that original ball because it made this trim up here and down here, and also the one down here, which I guess it kind of did help with the curling a little bit, but not a lot. So looking at it, like, it looks pretty good when you're just like looking at it, and I'm like, this border I'm okay with, and I feel like it did help with that curling problem. But this neckline area, I just feel like there, especially like here, I'm like, I just feel like there's a better way I could have done it to actually preserve the, you know, lines or get it in better. But yeah, I don't know. And honestly, I don't want to fix it because the real issue is because I started, these two are separate, but I started this one up here, which is along the lines of this one, so it's like I'd have to get rid of all of this, which is only 3 rows, but it's from here around and then come back up to here, so that's a lot. And in the long run, if I did do that and fixed this, I made it look the way I wanted, because I feel like what I should do is I should do this around, make that super thick and then make this the same thickness that it is now, but like connect it a different way. I feel like that would make more sense. And now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna undo it and make it look like that. So yeah, we're gonna frog all the white border. We're gonna frog all this, start at one of these corners, go up and around just to the corner and stop. Do that for however many rows I feel comfortable like making that part, and then we're gonna redo these part and then just go down and around. So we're gonna do this across, and then trying to figure out if I should do this piece and then go down, or do this piece and then go down and around and then connect it. I think that would work, but yeah, we'll see. I will figure it out, and once I do, I'm pretty sure it'll fit better and I'll be happier. Okay, so I added this, well, I frogged everything. Oops, that's gonna be tangled. And I made this part of the collar, and I think it fits better now. It just feels like it's on my shoulder properly now. And I'm like, okay, if I button this up, it should be fine. I must sew this to here and then start the rows from here and then just go all the way down and around. Oh, but yeah, this feels better. This feels better. I hope that when I do the rest, it'll look good. I don't think I'm gonna do much more tonight because it's late. I want to lay down and sleep, so I think I did enough. So though I was finished, now I am not. And I'm also trying to figure out, well, I guess that will be when I'm done redoing the ribbon, what color buttons I should do. I have a box of random different pink buttons and a box of random white buttons. So I'm gonna have to go through both of those, because when I say random, I mean they're like different sizes. So I'm like, at least like 5 buttons, and can I find 5 of the same buttons in the box? I'll show you once I get to that stage what the boxes look like, because I know for the white one I've used it before because it's a pack from Michaels. I've used the wooden ones before, so they do have at least 5 of one particular size, I know, or maybe 2 sizes. They have at least 5 of them, so I know if I did the white, I'd have at least 5 buttons that are the same. But I don't know about the pink one because it's a completely different brand, so we'll have to see tomorrow. Hopefully I want to be done with this part so I can start the next part, because though Valentine's Day is what, 2 weeks away, because it's not even February yet, 2 weeks away, I would like to be done with this before then, and I'd like to edit all the videos that I have backlog. I just have a bunch of footage on my camera. I haven't edited a single video, so I'm like, I gotta do that. It'd be nice to have this video before Valentine's Day, but I also gotta figure out how to edit all the other videos, because I didn't film them the way I filmed this one, with start to finish, like, oh, I know what this video is about. Like, this video is about this particular project. The one before it is about a project, but I don't know if I don't remember if I filmed clips like this. I think I did, but and then I don't think I did an intro either. I did an intro for this one, so none of the other videos have intros, outros, nothing. So I gotta figure all that out, figure out even if all the footage I have, if I even like it when I put it out there. because you got a lot of footage. And I also have a few different projects that I've taken footage of, and either I finished a project and it's long gone and I never, like a hat I made it for someone, they have the hat. I didn't film me with the hat after I finished making it, but I filmed me making it with no sound. So it's like, is that a clip even worth putting in a video? Yeah. There's another footage of a cardigan that I started, but I think it's with weight 3 yarn. So like, though I love the color and all that jazz, it takes so much longer to work on. So I just have to do the sleeves and the ribbing on that cardigan. The front panels and the back panels have been done. I even started on one of the sleeves, but working, like right now, this project I've been using a 4.25. I use 4s and 3s all the time, but for that other project, it's a 2 point something millimeter. Actually, let me look. It's actually this specific needle that I was using, 2.75 millimeter, to work on that project. It's so small, and comparatively to this one that I use all the time, it's like, it shouldn't even be that big of a difference, but it is. When we're talking about time, like, it's just exhausting. So I don't even know when I'm gonna finish that one. And I had also lost this hook, which is crazy because then I bought this hook in Barbados to replace it, and it's the exact same size, the 2.75. It's just a different, I don't even know what brand it was. I think I have footage of me buying it, so I should have footage of what the brand was. Am I gonna use that footage? Who knows, because I have footage of me shopping in Barbados too, so we'll see. But, and then when I came back home, eventually found this hook again, because it disappeared when I was walking out of my house with the project in my bag. I was holding it in my hand, and the needle was in the project, the hook was in the project. And then I got in the car and I was like, where's my hook? I'm like, I had it when I was in my room, and so somewhere between my room and the basement to put clothes on the machine and going to the car, the hook disappeared. Couldn't find it. It wasn't in the driveway, so I was like, okay, obviously it didn't fall outside, so it has to be in the house. But I didn't see it. And then one day it appeared on the kitchen table, so I was like, somebody found it. So great. Now I have two, well, one's with handles. I have two 2.75, but oh, and also before I bought these, I used to use my 2mm and my 3mm metal hooks all the time. But they were for much shorter projects, like making flowers or like little things. But making a cardigan with a 2.75mm hook is not fun. Like using a 25, not a problem. Even using this purple one, which is a 3.75, not a problem. But using that pink one, a problem. Oops, I did it again. Oh, I didn't go to sleep. In fact, because I didn't like how the yarn looked, I decided to finish it. So now in the morning, at the buttons, so now it's done again. And definitely this part fits a lot better. I have a few little ends to weave in, but what I did was I just single crocheted under here, connected it, connected it to here, made these a little crispier so it looks more like a corner. All I did was put 3 stitches in there, half double crochet, half double crochet in 1 stitch to get this corner look a little less curved and a little bit more sharp. Could have been sharper if I did it in all the rows, but I'm like, it's not that important. What is important is that it fits now. Gonna add my buttons. I'm thinking of doing smaller ones just because the width of this isn't that long. It's maybe an inch. So I'm like, yeah. And also the curling problem went away, so I'm excited about that too. I got this the way I want. I'm so happy. This one looks a little nah, it looks fine. They just look different. This because they were done differently. But yeah, got my corners all cornered up, and this bottom row also made it stop curling because it was curling upwards like that before, so that's great. And this is also what the inside looks. So this is what the outside is, inside is of that stitch. Very cool, very cool. I'm so excited, can't wait to complete this project. Adding the button, oops, oh my gosh, adding the buttons and then making the bottoms, which hopefully I have enough white yarn because I have this much pink, this much white. I have 1 full skein of white and 1 full skein of pink, but obviously now these are uneven because before they were fairly even, but now I have a lot less white. So I'm like, hopefully when I'm making the bottoms, I'll be making the waistband pink. I keep going back and forth between, do I want to do a skirt or pants? Or shorts, not even pants. There's definitely not enough for pants. Between a skirt and shorts, I'm thinking skirt just because cutesy, you know, girly. And also it's cold outside, so of course I want to wear tights underneath it. So it'd be much better if I had freaking skirt to match, you know, cute little 2-piece movement. Been making enough shorts. My 3rd project might from all the yarn that I got recently. Maybe I'll make another pair of shorts with that yarn, but with this project I think a skirt would really do it well. Okay, so I showed you that I finished the cardigan. Yeah, I cut off the white yarn. So these are the buttons that I have. I have this pink buttons. You can see there's all sorts of shapes, shapes and sizes in here. And then I have this pack of white buttons, all sorts of sizes. So if anything, I'd really like to use maybe one of these medium-sized white ones or the biggest ones in this pink one. I think I'm gonna pick the pink ones just because it is pink and the border is white, so putting a little pink button on it would be cute. I'd probably even use a smaller one, like maybe this one. Yeah, I think this one would be really nice. But I decided I'm not gonna put the buttons on right now. It's probably gonna be for a later time just because I want to start the bottom. And also, I didn't mention this last night, but I did end up doing this area with a smaller hook. I sized down to this one, to my 3.75, only because it's a purple handle and I like purple. Literally the only reason I ended up sizing down my hook. I think I'm gonna size back up to my yellow. Okay, there it is. Put away the purple because there's no reason for me to be stressing myself out. with smaller hooks, and I'm gonna start on the bottom. So it seems my pink has fallen, so I gotta pick that up. So I started my bottom, and I ended up putting the mohair in there, and I think I like how it looks because I'm doing it here. Looks good. This is what the back looks like. You can see there's a layer hero here. But now I've come to a problem. All my yarn is on this side of the project, but let's see if I can set this up real quick. All the yarn is on that side of the project, but in order to do the next row, I gotta start over here. And it would also need to be a mohair row. The pink one needs to start over here because I can only work that stitch on this side of the project. So I'm like, okay, this is where people would normally just cut their yarn and go to the next side. So I'm like, damn, I really don't want to do that. So I'm like, I have two options. One, cut the yarn and go to the other side, or two, I can just start working in the round. And if I started working in the round, all the yarn would always be in one place, so I wouldn't have to worry about such a thing. But I don't know. Anyway, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically 5 color rows, and I'm like, it looks pretty thick. I'm like, that's the size of a waistband. So I'm like, maybe 30 rows would be a good size. I think 30 would be a nice length skirt, hopefully. Yeah, 30 rows. Yeah, because the back panel was like, oh, the cardigan was like 28 or something like that. Yeah, so 30 rows would probably be a good amount for a skirt. But again, I'm really contemplating just combining it. And also, because the mohair starts up here, I'm thinking of making up here the waistband, just because, so it's like, I do have these two balls and they've both done 1 row each, and I'm like, okay, I still feel like I have a decent amount. It doesn't feel too much, so I'm like hoping that I can get at least 5 rows done with those 2 balls of mohair before I move on to the other 2, because once the other 2 run out, that's it. I don't have any more. I'm not buying anymore. That's it. Where it ends, it's where it ends. So I'm like, if the bottom continues and it doesn't have the mohair, that's fine, because I started relatively close to the beginning. It's literally the second pink row I did it, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I think I must start in the round, and hopefully I can do it properly, because I would need all of these to be on the inside for when I do the color changes, because you know how it looks like this. I want this to stay on, this color changing business to stay on the inside and not on this side of the pattern, because that would suck. So I'm gonna go eat and come back to this. Hopefully, because they're color changes working in the round, and because this stitch requires you to have certain numbers, I'll be able to like keep everything in line, because my problem with working in the round is I always have too many stitches. I always end up adding a stitch one place. I did figure it out when working on the pants how to stop doing that, so I'm hoping that with that technique it's the right technique and it will work with this project, because I really didn't want to work in the round, but looks like I'm gonna have to. So, oh, and also I didn't count my chain. I started messed up. I got to like 40 and then my brain was like, was it 40 or was it 30? Am I on 49 or am I on 39? And I was like, I don't know. So I just kept going, put it around me. I was like, oh, this is long enough when I thought it was long enough, and then started working up my rectangle that way. So who knows how many chains there are. Technically I could count and do the math, but if I wanted to count and do the math, I would have counted and did the math already. I don't want to, so time to eat. Okay, so this is an update on the skirt. It's getting pretty long. I'm happy about that. I'm on my second balls of mohair. The first two did about 4.5 rows before I had to connect those. Still going strong with that pink. Haven't touched the second ball, but I'm on my last ball of white. So wherever the mohair ends is where the length of the skirt's gonna end. So I'm thinking that should be 20 rows. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll see. After 4 rows, we'll see how this goes. But this is how it's looking. I hate working with the mohair. The fur gets everywhere. Literally everywhere. I'm here chilling, eating. I'm feeling fur in my mouth. I am downstairs in different parts of my home. And somehow this fur has traveled the distance. So after I make the purple sweater with the purple mohair and the purple acrylic yarn, I don't think I will buy any more mohair. Because I'm glad I was able to freaking use these though, because I don't know what else I would use them for. I wanted them for this project and I got to use them. I really think it would have been nice to have been able to put it in the jacket, but skirt's nice too. Adds a little pizzazz to it. Also, because of it, I joined it in the round at that random row. It kind of looks like there's a little slit in the skirt, so I decided to make this the bottom, and wherever the mohair ends is going to be the top, and I'm just going to use the pink yarn, create the waistband, and be done. And maybe if I want, I don't know, for the bottom I was like, it would be cool to add like a little lacy trim look to it, but we'll have to see, because I don't know what that will look like. Like, I do want this to be like a boxy look. Will adding the lace to it, you know, change the vibe? We'll see when we get there. But yeah, this is the update, my progress. I'm hoping to finish this tonight. It's 1 a.m. I'm going to hope I can finish, what is it, 4 more rows in an hour? However long it takes is however long it takes. I'm gonna get it done tonight because I want to move on to a new project. Okay, so if I finish the skirt tonight, then tomorrow put on the buttons on the cardigan, be done. Could wrap up this video and then start on my purple sweater, which I've never, actually I have made a sweater before, but this will be my first sweater that I actually keep and wear, because that first one, I don't know where it is. I know where it is, but I don't know where it is. I haven't, but when I was looking for it, couldn't find it, didn't look for it again. So hopefully I find it. And also I really hope, because I really like, I just know that this yarn is something that probably says hand wash only, but I'm not gonna hand wash anything, this skirt or that sweater. So it better stand the test of time, since there is more acrylic than there is mohair in each project, for sure. So we'll see, because the mohair and the purple sweater will just be some stripes, 1 row at a time, like, you know. So we'll see. I'm excited, super excited. It did take an hour to do 4 rows, but I'm finally finished. So, well, finished. My only thing is, the mohair that's left is only gonna get me half a row. So I'm like, it doesn't feel worth it to try and do another 2 rows, you know, 1 white, 1 pink. So I'm like, is now the time to start building up the waist? Because I'm like, I haven't even touched this yet. There's still this much pink left, and then this is how much white I have left. So I'm thinking maybe whatever is left of the mohair, I can just, I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. But all I know is it's not enough to make another row. I think for the pink, I can put it in the waistband once it's smaller, like the smallest part of the waistband, like maybe a row of it. But to do with the white, I don't know. Maybe I can make one of those little bows, and that will be a part of the outfit. That's the only thing I can think of, because I'm like, I'm not buying anymore. For sure, it's expensive. I don't want it anymore. $24 for 60 something yards is not enough at all. Okay, so it's 4 a.m. I'm going to stop, but the skirt's basically finished. Tuck that ending. Basically finished. As you see, I got my waistbands. It fits. I'm probably still gonna put elastic in the waistband just because the jacket does come over it. The only thing is I'm just a little bit annoyed because it's like the colors do not perfectly match anymore. So like this doesn't perfectly match the bottom because of the mohair, and I'm like, it's technically fine because it's like you wear a 2-piece once together and then you wear them separately, so it's like I'll be able to wear the jacket and the skirt separately in the future, right? So I'm like, it's not the biggest of deals, but it's just like when I do put my outfit together, it better be cute, right? Like, I didn't put all this time and effort into making this. How many days? I think it's been a week because I started this project last Sunday and it's Saturday going into Sunday, and I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. So it took 1 week to make a 2-piece set. Pretty good. Yeah, so finished the waistband. We'll weave in my ends whenever, but it is like just a little short. So I'm like, obviously I have enough pink and white to make something shake, and I also have this much mohair left. So I'm like, there's 2 things I could do. One, like I said earlier, is make that little bow, that little mesh bow that if I do end up making it, you'll see what I was talking about. Cause right, but tomorrow I gotta seal this part slit up because I'm not having a slit in such a short skirt. But I'm thinking of adding more to the bottom, but I'm not sure if I want to add more of like this row, even though I think I can, because then I would just put a pink, start with pink and pull it down. So but then it'd have rows that look like these, which are different than the mohair rows. Remember, this is where I started originally, but anyway, this is what the entire jacket looks like, but then the mohair, you know, gives a little pizzazz, a little different look. So I'm like, I don't really want to add more of these rows just because I feel like it'll look weird. Like if it gets too long, it'll be like way noticeable in that weird way. So I'm like, I'm thinking of adding like a little lace trimming to it. I don't know what kind of lace pattern to use yet. I'd have to look that up. Just look up different ones to see which ones I like. But yeah, it's basically finished. I shall add whatever lace trimming to it tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna put the elastic in it tomorrow, just because, like I said, it fits. It doesn't fall down, like it fits my lace. So I'm not in a hurry to put the elastic in, especially because I gotta hand sew that in. But once I finish the trimming and the buttons, I am basically done. So good job. It's time for bed. Hi, I'm back and I'm finished with the complete outfit, wearing it right now. Also finished a little mohair bow with the leftovers that gonna complete another row on the skirt. As you can see, I'm wearing the top. It looks great. Doesn't completely match the skirt. Ooh. Not really, but I'm still gonna wear them together because I made them to be worn together. So I'm finished the project. I'm gonna enter a little clip of me fully modeling the outfit with my shoes and everything, and maybe some clips outside before this thing goes completely down. But I'm so excited. I'm so happy, and like I feel so pretty. So pretty big. I don't think I'll keep this bow in just because it looks pretty big for the placement. But I was like, for the content, just wanted to show it off. So I'm excited. Happy Valentine's Day. See you in a later clip. This is the end of the video, basically. Bye. Okay, so this is the end of the video. I just wanted to give a little updates about my outfit. So I wore the whole thing out today and it was quite fun. However, it was really hot, so I will say that the stitches...
Ooh, who's that pretty girl?
Yeah, like I was saying, the jacket does keep you very well. I'm also wearing a turtleneck long sleeve, so it keeps you very warm. Very much sweating, even though it was pretty cold outside. And well, that's great. Keeping warm, great. What I didn't like is it felt like it was restricting my movements in my jacket. So it's a lot thicker than my hexagon cardigan and all those other things. It feels like I'm like, I can't move my arms when I have my jacket on. I had two different types of jacket. I had like my fluffy white, you know, fancy jacket, and then I also had my regular everyday jacket. Both the jackets, my movements in my arms felt restricted. So that was one thing. Everybody, well, when I say everybody, my mom and sister love my set, so you know, they might be interested in me replicating a copy for, well, duplicate, I don't know. They liked it a lot, so that made me super happy. I was like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. So excited about that, and see you next time.